All right. Hello. Good morning, and welcome back to the New York live session. It is 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard. We are just beginning 30 minutes delayed just for today. No major fundamental trigger or event is scheduled for the day. So not expecting firecrackers in terms of price action right now. And again, a warm welcome to all of you who are joining our family. Very fresh, very new. Feel free to write to me directly at Japee@yahoo.com, or send in your comments on the YouTube or WhatsApp, or any mode that you like. Keep this interactive, and let us help each other and grow. All right, without wasting a moment, let's start a detailed wave analysis. In this session, we want to touch upon Euro USD, dollar index, the yellow metal gold and silver, and then Bitcoin, and finally we also want to start touching base on the indices now, Dow Jones. All right, so quite a few instruments for this session lined up. Let's get started, brothers and sisters. Let me all right, please stay with me for a detailed analysis of wave counts. We will follow our schedule as the waves, the trend lines, the Fibonacci ratios and support resistance, along with the trade signals, and then finally, if required, the oscillators. So, and I want to do the sub waves as well. So if at all, if I'm making some mistake and if you're pointing it out, do send in your comments. It really helps a lot when we are all in a learning mode. So first wave, and then ABC, expanded flat wave 2, smaller degree waves 1, 2, 3, 4, and fifth wave extension within the third wave extension. That is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Brings us to wave 3, and also the third wave of one higher degree in bracket 3, and then a zigzag movement 5, 3, 5. We're plotting it as A, B, and C. That was wave 4 of a higher degree. And finally, the fifth wave is being worked out as it looks to be like an ending diagonal, and it is very obvious for the fifth wave to close in as an ending diagonal structure. We've got not plotting here to avoid congestion, but you can see A, B, C, that is 5, 3, and 5, which brings us to the first wave of the diagonal, and then again A, B, and C. Fifth wave would have already terminated here. Unfortunately, the third wave, the distance traveled by wave 3 is less than wave 1 and wave 5, proposed wave 5. So it's not okay for us to label this as 3, 4, and 5. In fact, we will have to settle down with the most likely count as the third wave terminating at 23, that leaves us with another similar or symmetric ABC, like the second wave, similarly ABC somewhere over here, pretty close to the 1900 handle. That's where wave 4 could be expected to terminate. Alright, please, even if you are spending time by just watching these live sessions or on the offline mode, and we are doing it live, we are plotting it live. I'm not settling it down at a personal level of preparing a video and then uploading it without errors. Alright, so it's all done live, so that it's like a real-time interaction where it makes a lot of sense. Even if I'm making mistakes, or you can point me out on a comment, and this is the way both of us, all of us, will learn together. Alright, so waves 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, we are most probably into the fifth wave, and maybe we might have one more leg to go. Before that, high probability remains for a drop towards the 1930 handle. Alright, so let's be prepared for that. This is the ending diagonal wave structure, waves 1 to 3, and the fourth wave, if it terminates somewhere here, that could be it's an expanded kind of diagonal. It's not a contracting diagonal, but you never know. Normally wave 4 will enter the territory of the first wave. That's why it might take a shape of an expanding diagonal structure. Alright, so the trend lines all remain the same. We are still in the north side of the intermediary trend line, and the Fibonacci ratios, worst come worst case, even if it has begun a new trend from 1.0350, let's assume that it's beginning a new trend. At least it should be dropping towards the 1.1 handle. Alright, but that is too far away right now. We are broadly, personal level, I'm focusing on 1.15, and short-term traders should be out of the shorts around the 1900 handle. Trading point of view, it's still good, very good actually, to stay on the short side. Yes, it is taking time, but that is one thing which is not in our hands at all. We might just decide the direction of the trade, but when it is expected to drop down and what time it is going to take is absolutely not in our control at all. All right, so the immediate support is around the 1920 handle, intermediate support at 1.15. We will be reviewing again. We'll taking a review of the situation at 1900 handle. It's all basically a kind of revision that we are doing it each session most of the time, but this is also going to help us going forward. I strongly believe this. All right, the only problem is that since last few trading sessions it has been drifting sideways, but even that is to be learned. So if I recount the waves, and if you were there with me in the UK live, at least we are meeting in a span of a difference between 3-4 hours. That there has to be some price action in between the time. See, we were discussing a probable triangle scenario in the UK live session, if you were there with me online, or if you might have watched the video on an offline mode. This is what we were discussing, ABC, and I think we were close to 20 to 40 levels right here, expecting the E wave that is what we've got in the past 4 hours. Wave E might have terminated, which is now giving us probably the capital B, right? And if this wave count holds correct or holds to be true, we should be heading south from here without much. Actually, there's some fundamental trigger this guy is waiting for. I mean, to cut loose on the south side. Alright, sir, so we've got A, B, and most probable direction from here should be on the south side. Please understand that the intermediary resistance right now stands at 2323. Alright, let's see how prices are taking the pattern in the next few hours from now. Ideally, if this triangle structure is closed, prices should remain below 2273, broadly below 2295. Alright, so that is a quick short update for the Euro USD. Let's understand what is being done in the dollar index. More or less, we are going to touch base with the hourly chart, not the hourly chart, but the daily chart. A lot of indecisiveness on the short-term time frames. Don't want to get confused there. Let's keep the bigger picture in mind, please. Once again, waves 1, let's not do these sub waves. Wave 2, and then an extended wave 3. Those who are still wondering why wave 3 has been plotted here, there are two waves, brothers. One is the wave count. Let's do it one last time. Wave 3 would want to unfold into 5 waves. 1, 2, 3. Don't please go into the nomenclature. I'm not very used to that. I'm not good at that as well. Most important is the understanding of the wave counts properly. The fifth wave was extended in this case, and in line with the theory portion, normally the third wave is extended in the third wave extension, but in this case it is the fifth wave extension. Alright, there you have wave 4, and another fifth wave of a higher degree is being constructed. Remains to be seen, have we bottomed out at 90.15, or we are yet to see one more low before it all rallies together. The good point is that the RSI, if you were there with me in the last time as well, is well around the 30 mark, and that's what is keeping us floating on the long side. Alright, if this structure has to be believed, that 5 down is complete, if it is complete, or if we are very close to a completion of or termination of 5 down, it looks to be even the principle of equality is done here. Wave 1 has exceeded wave 5, wave 5 has exceeded wave 1. So you put a principle of equality or 5 waves counting within the fifth wave, everything is pointing at least towards a high probability for the fifth wave to have been terminated already at 90.15. Alright, if that is the case, then the first resistance should be taken out around the 95 mark. We are keeping ourselves a bit conservative to take profits around the 92, 60, 70 levels. As far as the trading point of view is concerned, buying on dips or being long is good for now. And watch out for the Telegram channel updates for anything which needs to be changed or updated, on the live trades. All right, sir. One last point which I wanted to highlight is the RSI, not the MACD. They were just around the 2930 mark now. Still, it's good to buy, or at least buying on dips is a recommended trading strategy for the dollar index for now. We have been waiting for long for the entire fifth wave. Actually, not the entire fifth wave, but at least since the 92 mark, 92.50 mark. Remains to be seen how well it is or how soon it is turning on the north side. So, euro and the dollar index selling on rallies and buying on dips, respectively, remains a good trading strategy for now. Next is the metal sector, gold and silver. Somehow it is okay. The daily chart, if you have, it's only a repetition of the triangle wave structure. Let me just complete it quickly. That was wave B, within the triangle, wave C, potential wave D terminated here, and with a question mark though, but most probably that is wave E. And if prices remain below 1357 levels going forward, we should be seeing support levels being taken out. The first one being around 1378, and then there's no major support after that on the daily chart. It should be targeting 1236 after that. All right, looking at the shorter term wave count, wave 4, there might be one more high around the 1338 level. The only good point on the positive on the 4-hour chart is that it is trading clearly into the sell zone of the support trend line through the 1236 mark. There you are. All right. So we are trading at the sell zone, but at the same time the backside of the trend line is giving room to push at least towards the 1339 mark. So don't be surprised if you see a short rally testing the backside of the trend line once more and then dropping lower. All right, and overall there, even if it prints a new high above 1344.45, till the time it is below 1357, the triangle structure remains intact. So gold either remains short or look to sell on rallies ahead of the 1357 mark. Alright, there's no need to spread the Fibonacci ratios on the weekly chart. This is what is the structure. At this point in time, the high probable wave count of the structure is looking to be like a triangle. Here it is. We might be wrong, but till the time prices stay below 1357, this count holds. A, B, C, D, and E. Yeah. All right. Moving on, the next chart now, silver. Almost the same kind of a wave count, but the boundaries are if you talk the intensity of price action in silver, it is quite heavier than the big brother. That was A, B, and C. I'm not labeling, but we are just using an arrow. So let's do the labeling as well. I won't be wrong if I do an ABC like this. So wave B it is, wave C, and then wave D and E. What do you say? We've got a capital A, and then capital B, capital C, D and E. We will try to churn as much as possible this week, and we always do that. But please remember, when prices are moving sideways, absolutely, during the recent times, what we have seen, it is difficult to churn. All right, but wherever possible, let's say in Bitcoin, the next chart for review, quite a bit of churning is possible because that's moving in a different manner altogether. Did you see that wave E tested the trend line and produced an evening star right here? So this wave count holds or should hold correct till the time prices remain broadly below the 1823 mark, and with that evening star into picture, uh, don't be surprised if it breaks below 1550 in the coming days and weeks. All right. Another thing which you might want to keep note is the 4-hour chart. Let's do a trend line here first. Once again, I would like to thank you all for helping me spread the word for this channel and growing our family. See, the trend line is down. Prices are trading comfortably into the sell zone. If we look at the structure or patterns, it looks like a conventional head and shoulder. That is your head. Left shoulder. Potential right shoulder is almost done. Or let's give it a chance for another test of the backside of the trend line. Even now, if it rallies, it should go and hit that 17, 29, 30 mark, right? So and if this boundary is correct, after producing a quite a bit sideways candlestick bars, remember we are on a 4-hour chart, and if you count, it's at least 3 to 4 days actually. So the boundary which could be worked upon right now is the drop from 1745, 42, 45 could be the primary boundary. That's a retracement for now. That's what I'm counting it right now. It might be going and testing it. That's a different story. But then simply by extending the boundary there, look at what results can be achieved here. All right. So silver also looking good on the south side. And watch out for all the trade updates on your telegrams. uh, I would be adding silver as well. uh, the downside looks quite impressive, 1570. That should be wave 3 termination point. Just a moment. So a directional call, if you would like to take on this metal, silver, you should be looking to sell, or remain short, or look to sell on rallies through the 1730 mark. And immediate interim resistance stands at 1750 with a short-term target at 1630. But I would not count that one. This one is impressive, 1570. That is the wave 3 actually. The fifth wave would be going easily below the 1550 mark. Alright, so that would be silver. And if we go back on the Bitcoin chart review now, so this is what I was talking about. Interestingly, let's quickly go through the wave counts on the daily chart. And remember, sir, we are only looking at the 2017 rally. We are not even considering the overall, the entire rally that began from 9 years back or 10 years back. Doing its first wave. Wave 2. Correct me if I'm wrong, sir. If the third wave termination point, let's take a Fibonacci extension. Let's do that. 161% where it is terminating. I think we are done. I think it's okay. What we plotted is okay. The third wave would normally terminate at a 161.8% Fibonacci extension. That is what is a general guideline. It's not a rule though, that's a general guideline. Okay, so wave 3, not bad. What we did is okay. And then wave 4. We got a lot of beating. Would be very true. We got a lot of beating somewhere here at the end of November, beginning of the December series in Bitcoin. There was a difference in the wave counts. Made an error actually. I thought it was fifth wave termination point here. Actually, it went up to the 61.8% termination point of an extension of waves 1, 2, 3, all the way up to the 19,000 mark. That was the first successful call around the 19,000 mark, 20,000, very close to 20,000, and the target was around 10,000 mark. The reason being, there was the first support of Fibonacci support. Okay, so but this is past. We've got to see what should be in store now. So the first leg is done. The second leg also looks to be done. In fact, the third wave is also mostly done. We are in the last leg of the third wave. And that's why I just sent out a message before coming online. Watch out very closely. Be very sharp to take profits below 9,000. You may want to take limits or want to place limit orders, or be very vigilant because it can spike any moment. Just kiss below the 9,000 mark and boom, how it goes back. So, in fact, I would if you're listening, the short-term traders, if you're listening to me online or offline mode, you might want to take profit. We've shorted from 11,100 sort of levels. We're already making 500 plus points, all right? So uh, take some profits and add to your kitty, relax, and again, if the opportunity is there on the north side, I will be sending out again a message on your telegrams, and be watchful there as well. All right. So to cut this story short and make it very simple, we are most likely going to complete a corrective drop ABC. Please remember, sir, we are just talking about a corrective drop which might terminate very close to the 8,500 handle. Okay, it might go all the way towards the 5,500 handle also. I'm not very sure about that, whether it would go that much or not, but at least a 61.8% we would expect. Don't be surprised. I'm not saying that we will buy here, we will buy later on only if we see an impulsive movement after that. But at least for now, we are watching very closely 8,500 plus levels. Short-term traders should be taking some profits, 500 plus now. And what a way, if we did the triangle account, if you were there with me, and what exactly from the same point it has reversed. We just connected the dots A and C here and see what it did. I mean, that was A, B, C, D, and E, and boom, and that it's out of the box now. Ideally, it should go below 9,000 levels, but short-term traders, watch out for taking profits right now. All right. I'm just sending out a message live on the Telegram channel so that it's not the time is not wasted. All right. So, in short, short-term traders out of the trade. If you're wanting to remain short for a bit swing trade, or you might want to bring your stop loss lower. Best thing is take profits 500, 600 points and come out. All right. If you are not interested in that, then bring your stop loss to a break even or a minimum above the 11,800 mark, and you may want to remain short with a soft target of around 8,500 now. All right. So that's it for now. In this session, we are almost the same trades with just booking profits in Bitcoin. Otherwise, euro on the short side looking good. Keep selling on rallies. Gold, sell on rallies. Silver, initiated a sell on rallies call. Dollar index is the only one which we are long right now. All right, I just wanted to touch base with the Dow Jones, but I'll do it in the next session. We are just running out of time, but I will take one less than a minute, please. Uh-oh. If you can stay here with me, less than a minute. Dow Jones, we are just keeping a very close watch on what it is doing right now. It has almost completed the fifth wave at all the degrees. Let's see, it's taking a much time actually. It is almost done. it's the fifth wave. I would like to bring up a larger time frame. Okay, that was wave 4 termination point of a very large degree, and then yes, 15 sub 15,000 levels, and then waves 1, waves 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'll do the wave counts in the next session in a detailed manner, and we will present the Dow Jones story. Uh, let's do it very quickly here. Just a few seconds. That was the fourth wave of a higher degree. Begins wave 5 here, wave 1, wave 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, that is the third wave. Again wave 4, I think that could be wave 3, wave 4, and then 1, 2, very difficult, 3, 4, and 5. Almost done now. By all measures, by all angles, it is completing the fifth wave. The Fibonacci story is also very conducive now. 24,000. Sorry. It might be just close enough to the 61.8% extension around the 26,302 mark. So we are very close to that. I mean, or maybe we have already done that, but watch out for these levels, 26,300 kinds of levels, for a huge reversal after that. All right, so I'll be bringing out a detailed wave count the next session live. When we are meeting next time, UK live. All right, tomorrow 2:30 AM Eastern Standard. Till then, let's bring this session to a pause first of all, and good luck to your trades, brothers and sisters. Thank you as always for taking out time, either online or the offline mode, and also thank you very much for spreading the word. Just imagine what would happen if you just help me spread word to word for at least 10 to 11 persons. That's it. All right, so thank you so much again for your kind support and being here. Take care and God bless, brothers and sisters. I'll be back tomorrow 2:30 AM Eastern. All right, watch out for your Telegram channels as well, and if you're not yet subscribed for the YouTube, kindly do so. Goodbye.